Welcome.
Hello.
So I hope you guys are as thrilled as we are. My name is Ernie Cannondale. I'm chairman of the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame. And this is our first music documentary film festival, which is incredible. And we realize it's the first one ever in the country. We actually use ChatGPT, which is always correct, by the way, and it didn't show any other ones. So I think we're kind of trailblazers here, and we're happy that you guys are a part of it. So, we just saw an unbelievable film, and I'd like each of you guys to introduce yourselves from good homes. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Brady Reimer. I play bass in From Good Homes.
And I'm Jamie Cohen, multi-instrumentalist. And I can assure you that everything was true in that movie.
I'm Victor Guadagno. I was the director and producer of the film.
All right, sounds great. So I have a crazy question to start off with. Was Charlie Hogan a real guy, or was he like a compilation of a bunch of your fans?
I don't know.
There are many who claim they are Charlie Hogan. There's a couple of characters who fit the description to a T. But it's no one particular person.
The guy in the film who jumped up on stage, he swears he's Charlie Hogan. He's like, you know, and Todd said, you can't kick Charlie Hogan off the stage. So, no, it's many Charlie Hogans.
Many Charlie Hogans, absolutely. We actually have a lot of bands on Long Island over the years, similar to you guys, that have huge fan bases but never broke through. One of them we recently inducted. It's a band called The Illusion that were big in the 60s, huge, but never broke out. And at the induction ceremony, we had mobs of people that came. And I think there's an affinity for loving a band so much that they don't break out, but you almost feel it's your band. And it's your secret. And I'm sure that you guys have a lot of those. Do you still get like fan mail and hear from people, and you perform? So I guess it still happens, I would think, right?
Absolutely. We'll get emails about people who met at our show. They've been married for 25 years, you know, that kind of thing.
And their children show up as well, right? It's that long, yeah. And Brady, you've obviously had a career now for family music and incredibly successful. 3 Grammy Awards, I think, and
Not awards, but I'll take it. Nominations.
nominations. Okay,
Sure.
It's
I like
3
you.
Grammy nominations. They should have been awards, but that's okay.
Who needs to read the bio?
So, tell us how you morphed into that.
I had kids, but I had kids right at the end when From Good Homes was kind of dissolving, and then I started a family. So I remember showing up to rehearsals with songs like about nests and being a dad and like utero and all these, you know, all the normal rock and roll things. And I'm like, these aren't From Good Homes songs. So it just grew out of that, having a kid and just wanting to continue to write about it and to document it. And I recorded those songs actually with Dan, the horn player in From Good Homes, in my apartment in New York City. And we just put out a CD. And once again, it was just like a gift to my family. It was like, you know, this is a document. So then when From Good Homes officially had their last show in '99, it was like, well, I want to keep on playing. So as a writer said, I swapped the tour bus with the Uptown bus in New York City and continued to play music for kids and families. So yeah, I just continued to do it.
That's great. And Victor, so how did you hook up with these guys?
Well, I was from the same hometown, so
Okay.
we were.
It was a good home, I
It was
guess.
a good home. Yeah. I played Little League baseball with Brady and Todd, and yeah, and then actually our senior year in high school, Brady's parents moved to Chicago, so Brady wanted to stick around and go finish high school, so he moved in with us that last year of school. So,
Wow.
yeah, we go way back.
And
And I just want to say, like, even then, Vic, I think he invented the podcast because he always had like a tape recorder, and he would be interviewing our friends. Like, we'd skip school to like do a little morning drinking and like going to New York City, and he'd be interviewing the band or interviewing our friends like at the table, and like you always had that thing rolling, and you're always documenting things. It's pretty amazing.
have you directed other films?
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm an independent filmmaker and
Talk about some
podcaster.
other films. Let's see.
Well, it's a lot about environmental stuff. I did a series called Bloom: The Emergence of Ecological Design that won a couple Emmys. What Emmys? No, we win films.
Wow.
So a
Yeah,
lot
sure.
of it is about telling the story of our resiliency and environmental solutions. And I live up in Vermont. I do a lot of stuff there.
Wow. Very cool.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Did you want to play something for us? Or?
No. Should we do one, Jamie?
I don't know, it came all this way.
So, yeah, we'll do this song called "There She Goes." One little part in the film, they mentioned, after we were early days in New York City trying to get signed and all that stuff, but Todd in the band just said, "Why don't we just get a house in New Jersey?" And it's an amazing idea because we could just play music all day long. But one little story about that I always love is that we would look out the window, and there next to us was on this land that wasn't developed, it was just like woods, were two guys just like breaking rocks all day. And I'm like, man, they must be sick of our music. Like because we're just learning, playing songs all day. And we finally meet them, and we say, so what do you guys do? And they say, well, we used to play music too. And I say, oh yeah, who are you with? They're like, the Rascals. So here are like two members of the Rascals, Eddie and David Brigatti, next door to us. And they're like, yeah, that song it sounded pretty good. And they came over one night, they drank a lot of wine, and they said, play it faster, play it faster. So anyway, so it was a funny little story. But we wrote this song in that house. This is called "There She Goes." Get our hands clapping, come on. Yeah. Wiggling around the corner, there she goes, she's gone. Realized once that she was the one to save me. I thought twice, now she's gone, gone. And here she comes, making me slightly nervous. There she goes, larger than life. And I thought once that she was the one to save me. I thought twice, now she's gone, gone. Oh, well, I got you on my mind. I'm gonna bring you home, gonna make you mine. Oh, well, I got
I think you did an amazing job combining, great live music footage. And I know it's not easy to shoot that, and did a phenomenal job combining it with a story that was very engaging and very interesting. So congratulations, all of you guys. I appreciate you coming here. Thank you. Next up,
We can hear you.
Brian is the director.
Hi, I'm Brian Stieglitz. I'm the director of DIY LI. There we go.
Hi, I'm Barry Sattler, Erica Barry Sattler. I am a longtime collaborator of Brian's, and I helped make DIY LI.
Hi, I'm Michi Turk DeJulio, and I am a longtime friend of Brian's and also featured in the film DIY
I'm Mike DeJulio. I play guitar in Mega Infinity, and I'm also a longtime friend of Brian's. And yeah, I think that he was acting before.
You were in the one scene in Za though. Yeah.
But yeah, also part of the band as well.
Okay, so our first exhibition here, when we opened a couple of years ago at Music Hall of Fame, was about Long Island's club scene. And it focused on clubs from the 60s and 70s and 80s and featured videos and photos and things from bands and music. Your film is about DIY Long Island, and I think there's even a line in the film that says every local band is DIY. And I think Long Island has had more garage band type of bands that have started since the 60s. In fact, if you see our Billy Joel exhibit, the first thing you see as you walk in is the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, and we did that because Billy himself said that's what inspired him to become a musician, and it inspired all of us. I started a band in my garage in the late 60s, and I think everyone did. What is it about Long Island that just we have such passion for music, and you guys just create music to have fun and to do it and to continue doing it? And I think it's endemic into our culture here on Long Island, and I love how the film really exemplified the passion and the excitement of doing all of that. And you captured that. So was that your intent?
Yeah, definitely. That I grew up. I wanted to make a documentary about what inspired me and the people that inspired me, and the music that inspired me. And that's, I think, Long Island just has such a devoted group of artists in general, and music is one of those, the biggest hubs of that artistic expression. And there, yeah, everybody I feel like has had a band at some point or had some connection to music that drew them to the club scene. And it's like at those parts when you're going to the club or you're going to see your local band, you're finding community. And you get there early, you see the opening band you may have never heard of, and a year from then, that band may be like, that band might have gotten you through some of the hardest times in your life. Like their songs may have gotten you through with a struggle, and you remember, I saw them open and I had no idea who they were, and now they're such an integral part of my life, and I'm seeing them do all these amazing things. So I think that's the heart of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I completely agree with that. I actually also, just fun little fact, I actually helped with the videos for the first exhibition here, because I've done a lot of archiving of bands from the club scene, especially from like the 60s to mid 80s. And my favorite thing about this film is that it just captures the long-standing tradition that we have on Long Island of just fantastic bands, talented people getting together, doing their thing, and like there's just so many people that, you know, you can just have such a good, fulfilling time doing what you're doing on Long Island.
Absolutely, and we have free concerts every Sunday at 3:00 from Long Island bands that perform original music, because we want to give them an outlet to perform. It's not always easy in the clubs, a lot of them want cover bands and things like that. So we certainly take our hats off to bands and performers who play original music. It's incredible. And how did you guys enjoy being in the film?
It was fun. There's a song we usually play where there's people standing up. I'm not gonna make you stand up, but if you want to put your hands up and do a little dance with us, feel free. So I'm just gonna make my hands to Barry, and then backwards Mike. Barry, Mike, Barry. Good job.
When I was a child, I was the brightest in the class, but my mind moved too fast. Now I can't keep up. I'm an adult without a path. I went the wrong way and I've crashed. Now we're mixing business with pleasure. I've been feeling the pressure to pull it together. If I was never in control, I could just let it all unroll. We can take it step by step. Baby, you and me in slow motion. Whatever happens next, on to you I'll keep holding. Brain always busy at work, a situation that made a Mr. on earth. Social media feed, hands are down in the dirt, laying out the seeds and watching the trees that I'm having. Head wandering, pondering different options. I could be water with thoughts the same awesome. Why do I water with thoughts the same awful? I wonder so much. What am I having? Whoa, hey, life is chaotic, but at least we're not robotic, and I got you from the week. Okay, can't predict the future, but with it emanating from the times ain't pretty. Oh, hey, mine is always moving on mine. I'ma slow down for you and just smile. Like, okay, waves are gonna come when they do. Let's never just move. If I was never in control, I could just let it all roll. We can take it step by step. Baby, you and me, slow motion. Whatever happens next, onto you I keep holding. If I was never in control, I could just let it all unroll. We can take it step by step.
Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. What do we think about that movie? Wow. And I had never heard of her, and after that, I don't know how I did not, because she was absolutely phenomenal. We are thrilled to have the director here with us today, Alfonso Myron. And also Sandra Taylor, who was on the board here at the Hall of Fame, the daughter of one of our inductees, bluesman Sam Taylor. So let's hear it for her, and we'll be performing after we speak. So it's a real special, it's a special day for us here. So Alfonso, how did you connect with Ellen and get the knowledge you did and the in-depth understanding of her history and where she came from, her religious background, all the way through her life? I mean, it was really an incredibly comprehensive film.
Yeah, it kind of started, I was doing another film, and I was filming Rumble, the Indians Rocked the World. I'm not sure if anyone has seen that film, but it's a feature documentary on indigenous contribution to music. And so I was in New Orleans and filming the Neville Brothers one day, and Cyril Neville on that day, and Monk Boudreau, and there was a blackout in all of New Orleans while we were doing the interview. And we were just sitting there, and he said to me, hey, you need to go get this album, Link Ray's on it, and because the name of the film is Rumble, the Indians Rocked the World, and I don't know if anyone knows who Link Ray is, but, that song, Rumble.
Yeah.
So,
Let's hear it for Link Ray.
yeah, Link Ray, we just got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Right,
just
exactly.
finally, after 2 years ago. So he tells me, you should go get that guitar album. He says there's all the great guitars of the late 60s and 70s are there. It's a compilation album. It's on Polydo Records. You should go get that. And I said, I will. So the next day I did. I went to Peaches, and I got to the store, and Volume 1, 73 was all sold out. And then, there was about 4 albums left in 1974, and I looked at it, and there was Eric Clapton and T-Bone Walker and Link Ray, and then I saw Ellen McElwain, and at first I was like, okay, wait a second, this is these are legends of guitar players, because there was also B.B. King and Albert King on the other compilation. So anyway, it sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure, and so I took it to the hotel, and at that time I was carrying with me like a portable record player. So while I was doing Rumble. So I immediately went to my hotel room, and I was like curious, because she had 3 songs on there, and one of them said live at Carnegie Hall. So in 1973. So I said, okay, well, I got to listen to this, and I went to the hotel room, and I skipped all the other guys, and I just went to Ellen, and I went to We the People, and as soon as I played it, I got these chills, and I was like, okay, what is that? At first, I thought there was a bass player hanging around, but I couldn't figure out what was happening, and I played it over and over again. Then I played her other 2 songs on that album, and then I put it away because I was doing this film, and life goes on. And then so then Rumble in 2017 won at Sundance, and a year later it was released theatrically, and literally like February 1st or 2nd, like something like that, I get an email late at night, and it said, hi, my name is Ellen. I want to say it's about freaking time somebody makes a movie about indigenous contribution to music. It was really nice seeing some of my friends in your film. I was like, anyway, I've seen the movie 3 times this month, I'm telling everyone. But her email was just like Ellen at something, and she just signed Ellen, there was no Ellen McElwain or anything like that. So I answered back, it was like midnight or something, my time, and Eastern time. And I said, oh, thank you for those kind words. Are you a musician yourself, or, a filmmaker maybe? I didn't, or a fan, or whatever, really. And then she answered right away, she was like, on her computer, she goes, oh, my name is Ellen McElwain. I guess I dabbled in music myself. My claim to fame, and she goes, I know for sure I'm the only woman ever to share the stage with Jimi Hendrix. And then she kind of said some other stuff. I said, Ellen McElwain. And then I kind of, like, for 15 minutes, I tried to figure out where did I hear that name? She had no website. Like, there was no, like, searching, And so, and then I looked at the record, my vinyl collection, and then it clicked to me Rumble. So there was like Charlie Patton records that I had bought, and all that blues section, and then I saw this guitar album, and I looked at it, and I turned it over, and I said, oh my God, this might be Ellen McElwain. So I went back to my desk, my computer, and I go, are you Ellen McElwain from the guitar album? And she answered right away. She goes, yes, that's me. And I said, well, we got to talk. So that was like the beginning. It's like 2018. And when I said, actually, I said, can we talk? She goes, well, I'm working all week. I can, maybe on the weekend. Now, in my mind, oh, she's gigging, she's playing. So we had these conversations. She never told me about her driving the bus. So for the first year, the stories are endless. Opening up for Bill Withers and Johnny Winter, but Billy Joel opening up for her at the bitter end in 1974.
Isn't that amazing?
She did a double bill with Bruce Springsteen in Philly. Tom Waits opened up for her 6 months. She opened up for Lily Tomlin as well. So she was telling me all these stories, and her friends, really close friends with Richie Havens and Taj Mahal, and Odetta. Those were basically her three closest friends, in the music industry. So, it took a while for me to convince her to be,
We heard this one in the documentary, one of my favorites, written by Stevie Wonder, and so apropos for now. Yeah. People keep on learning. Soldiers keep on ordering. World, keep on luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. That's how I feel. I can't see you right. My whole life has been this perfect fight. Born in the bad sun. Let me tell you. Been down since I stopped to crawl. If it wasn't for you, bad luck, I wouldn't know the kind. If it wasn't for you, bad luck, I wouldn't have the kind of luck. If it wasn't for you, bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. Let me tell you how I feel. I can't find, I can't breathe, I've been in this big fight, yeah. Born on the bad side. I know let me tell you. Been down since I began to crawl, yeah. If it wasn't for you, bad luck, you know I had no luck. If it wasn't for you, bad luck, you know I had no luck at all. That's her. Well, that was a